Championship Thursday continues live tonight on the Service Electric Network here at the PPL Center in Center City, Allentown. The boys' championship game, upset-minded and number 6 seed Northampton, the Concrete Kids at 16-8. Pocono Mountain West, the Panthers, a sparkling 22-2 overall. Very pleasant good evening. Welcome back to the PPL Center in the boys' championship game here in the East Penn Conference. Mike Zambelli pleased to be joined by Doug Snyder. Doug, we've got a David versus Goliath matchup here in every sense of the word. You look at Northampton, they will not start a senior. They've won their first ever EPC playoff games this year. On the other side, you got Pocono Mountain West with 2 first-team All-Stars, both over 1,000 career points. Certainly looks like the West is a prohibited favorite here tonight.
You would think so, but guess what? The Northampton Concrete Kids are on a tear. They went down to Rockney Hall in the quarterfinals, beat Central Catholic, the number 3 seed. Then they came here 2 nights ago, and they beat the number 2 seed Liberty. That matchup zone is keeping them in these games right now, so we'll see what the zone defense will do to that very explosive, high-scoring Pocono West Panther squad.
Matt Shaw is the head coach of the Concrete Kids. He, of course, is a Whitehall graduate where he learned all about that matchup zone. He then served as a 4-year assistant at his alma mater. There are few playing that zone better than Northampton is right now. He is in his 3rd season, and one of the guys that we'll keep our eye on tonight is Noah Wolokovich.
You know, the 6'1" guard is just on a tear. He's averaging 16 points a game, but the last game of the regular season, he scored 26 at Freedom. The other night at Central Catholic, he dropped 25. And 2 nights ago, he had 16 in the win over Liberty. So he is on an offensive tear. We'll see what he can do tonight against the Panthers.
Kids are riding a season-high 7-game winning streak. Turn our attention to Rich Williams and his Panthers. They have arrived on schedule. To nobody's surprise, they are here in this championship game environment. 22-2 their record. Beat number 8 Freedom, knocked off upset-minded Whitehall. It took overtime, 55-52. We talked about the other first-team All-League performer, Adian Brito, the first game. How about KJ Coles and what he has done? He's only in his junior year.
First-team All-Leaguer, 1,000-point scorer, only in 11th grade, but he is really playing well as of late. He only had 3 points on Tuesday night in the first half, 1 for 8 from the floor. Came back with 2 more points in the 3rd quarter, but put 12 points together in the 4th quarter when the game was on the line. He was 2 for 2 in overtime from the free throw line to allow his team to win 53-50 in overtime.
These two did not play one another during the regular season, but make no mistake about it, there's a lot of similarity between the two, and we'll talk about that as our coverage goes on. Doug, the other thing here quickly, the winner of this game gets the number 1 seed in the District 11 tournament.
And that's the next step. And by the way, the district tournament is the road to the state tournament. So yes, that's very important.
Is it an advantage for either team having not played one another?
I think it's a great thing for both teams to not be scouted too well. So it's all going to be making your decisions and making your differences on the floor during the game. So I think it's going to be good for both teams.
1-6 matchup for the boys East Penn Conference Championship. Our coverage continues. Our pregame warm-up has been brought to you by Reichenbach Fuel Oil, celebrating over 100 years of oil delivery service here in the Lehigh Valley. We send you to public address announcer, Mr. Bob Hartman.
Basketball fans, and welcome back to the Allentown's PL Center for tonight's Eastern Pennsylvania Conference Championship Thursday. In our earlier girls' championship, Emmaus defeated Bethlehem Catholic by a score of 59-37. Our boys basketball championship is a matchup of those seeking its first EPC boys basketball title, with the Northampton Concrete Kids playing the Pocono Mountain West Panthers. At this time, we ask all in attendance to please rise, remove your caps, please stop walking, and please stop talking as we honor the greatest country in the world, the United States of America, with the singing of our national anthem. Tonight's anthem is being performed by Kendall Medina, freshman student athlete at Liberty High School.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We thank you, Kendall Medina, daughter to former Becca head coach Jose Medina. Our starting lineups tonight brought to you by Shafnitsky Electric. Noah Wolakovich, Doug talked about him in our open. He's the team's leading scorer at 16 a game. Ethan Raffun will wear number 3. Leo Rechik 4. He's a junior. Brady Simak is also an 11th grader. He'll wear number 11. And Corbin Solers will wear number 24. 4 juniors and a sophomore in their starting 5. Their first man off the bench is a freshman. For Pocono Mountain West, it'll be KJ Coles Jr., 1,297 career points. Drew Godwin, a 5'9 junior. Brady Bear, a 6'1 junior, all-league performer in football as well. Jonathan Mateo, 5'10 senior, and the high-scoring Adrian Brito. He's got 1,343 career points. Steve Degler joins our broadcast team tonight. Steve, we mentioned that these two teams did not play one another during the regular season, but make no mistake about it, they know each other very, very well.
They do, Mike, and it's something we'll talk about later in the game with the AAU connections with coaches and players that both these teams have. And I had a chance to talk to both head coaches before the game, and for Matt Scholl in Northampton, he said, look, we relish the underdog mentality. There was no pressure on us whatsoever. He acknowledged they don't have a whole lot of size. He said we don't have to be the biggest and baddest out there, but we have to play like we are. Meanwhile, Rich Williams said they didn't block out very well in the semifinals on Tuesday. He's concerned about that. He expects that Northampton will do the same thing that Whitehall did, try and spread the floor and take Brito away from the basket. He's hoping to put Brito on a guy who's not a top scorer so that Adrian can sag into the paint and help out there defensively. Guys?
Steve, thank you very much. Enjoy your night roaming the sidelines. Promises to be very entertaining. Doug Snyders, how about your keys to the game?
For the Concrete kids, you have to play solid interior defense because you got Adrian Brito sitting in there, 1,000-point scorer. Win the battle of the boards and spread the court on offense, causing that zone to come out. And for Pocono Mountain West, you got to pound the ball inside, get Brito some touches, play solid half-court defense, and get easy baskets in transition if possible.
Tonight's keys to the game brought to you by Rentschler Chevrolet, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram. No matter what you're looking for, Rentschler has it on Route 873 in Slatington. Good officiating crew tonight, Mr. Bob Bennett, Andy Donatelli, and John Heinmans. The winner of tonight's game, not only the East Penn Conference champion, it would be the first for either program, but would be the #1 seed in the upcoming District 11 6A tournament. Of course, Pocono Mountain West is the defending champ in the 5A class, but with the reshuffling and the reordering this year, they are up a level. That's the furthest thing from either's mind as we are ready to play East Penn Conference Championship basketball. Northampton K kids will have Brady Simak jumping center against the 6'6" Adrian Brito. Jeff Wilson, his future head coach at East Stroudsburg University, is here in attendance, and off we go. We play for an East Penn Conference title here tonight. White-clad Panthers working from your left to right, wearing their white uniforms trimmed in blue. Gonna get a wheel pass inside, and it was knocked free but retrieved by the ever-alert KJ Coles. Coles in his 3rd year as a starter, averaging just a tick under 20 points a game. He's got it in close to the basket and has it blocked. And the K-Kids defense, which has just been off the charts good through this now 7-game winning streak, forces a turnover.
Pocono Mountain West in their half-court man-to-man defense. And interestingly enough, the big man, Adrian Brito, is covering number 3. That's Ethan Ruffin, who basically played a lot of points. You can see he's running the point right now, and the big man is guarding him.
We'll see how that stacks out, plays out as the game goes on. It sure is. West predominantly a man defensive team. K-Kids will have possessions like this if things go their way, where they make you work defensively. I don't know that anybody expected Brito to be guarding Ethan Ruffin. Now, Ruffin's coming off a 15-point game, but I don't know that he deserves that much attention.
He did a great job Tuesday night handling the basketball and running the offense.
The backdoor cutter, what a tough shot by Brady Simak. Brito was in the neighborhood and all over him, and Simak able to convert anyhow.
High off the glass for Brady.
West attacking the rim, and there is Brady Bear, averaging 4.7 points a game. We had a good talk with head coach Rich Williams prior to the game, and he'd love to see Brady Bear become more active offensively. Multi-sport athlete, first team Monroe County as a wide receiver and safety for the football program. Here's Brito, the big man can handle it in the open court, but it was nearly taken away by the hustling Brady Simak.
Brady Beer only attempted 3 shots on Tuesday night in a semifinal game against Whitehall. He's already attempted 1 this far and scored 2 points, so that's a good sign for the Panthers.
Yeah, Coach Williams said, a lot of people ask, why doesn't Brady shoot more? He says, you tell me. If you don't tell me, we tell him to shoot.
Well, he's got 2,000-point scores on that team with him. So that's a smart move on his part.
Pretty smart. Just underway, our boys championship. There's Coles, sweet little turnaround. Big second half for him in the semifinals. 17 points, 3 threes, 4 for 4 from the line. He had 15 and a couple of threes in their quarterfinal round win against Freedom. Simak again with Brito right there, the left-handed finish. So Brady Simak, who had 4 points in the semifinals, has 4 already here in the championship game.
And he's scoring over one of the best shot blockers in the league in Adrian Brito.
Well, and we've talked about Simak in this matchup zone defense. Coach was quick to give him so much credit. He can play all 5 of the spots in that match zone. He really understands it. It's a lot about communication. How about a little heat check for him? As he raises up for the 3, has 28 of those on the season. Brito working diligently inside against Solars. A court violation, and Rich Williams doesn't like what he sees. 8th-year head coach calls for and gets a timeout. He was quick to give credit to his coaching staff, Doug. Ken Piankowski in his 10th year, Jerusalem Strickland in his 12th season, Tyrell Dixon's there for 8, Quindell Bryce 7, Corey Menzenko, TJ Murphy, Andre Cole. Those guys have worked really hard. We asked him about practice last night. He said it was a lot of walkthrough, obviously trying to get rest. It was actually a mid-afternoon practice. They're excited to be here. And they have making their 2nd appearance in the last couple of years. And it's all part of what we talked about in the open, Doug, that, I mean, this has kind of been West Championship to win since early in the season.
But again, the role that the Concrete Kids are on, as you can see, Simak scoring all the points. It's Pocono Mountain West 4 and Brady Simak 4.
So after the timeout, Rechik wheels around, Ruffin, bounce pass in traffic. A left-handed turnaround for Rechik. Rechik scored 15 in the quarters, held to 4. in Tuesday night's semifinal. They got an offensive foul. So far, midpoint of this opening quarter at match zone. Matt Scholl, third season.
There's the high pick and roll. You put your two best players together, the 2,000-point scorers and all-league players in a pick and roll situation. But as the big man Brito rolled to the rim, they called the offensive foul on him.
No, I can't help but think Scholl played at Whitehall High School, graduated in 2000 as the steals going to lead to a breakaway for Jonathan Mateo. Somewhere out there, I'm pretty sure Jerry Radoka's watching tonight's telecast thinking, boy, this system still works.
Ron Hassler as well. I mean, the two of them.
Yeah. Shaw, we mentioned after graduation at Whitehall, went to Stroudsburg University, spent a couple of seasons on that Whitehall staff before moving over to Northampton, served as an assistant for Coy Stampone for 8 years. Approaching the 3-minute mark. Good job by Rechik making himself available. This time Brito got to it, and the rejection for the big man, over 53 block shots on the season.
Simmock's getting to his left hand. He's already scored twice. Just couldn't get that one there. Brito is just an excellent shot blocker coming from the weak side.
Adrian kind of said, yeah, I've seen that move twice now. Going to that left hand again. Boy, Simmock aggressive. He's got all three of their field goals here to start. We're tied at 6. Mateo, he had that huge steal late in that win against Whitehall on Tuesday night. Had to go overtime. Adrian Brito hitting a 3. Swinging around in the corner. 3-pointer, 1 and done. K-Kids at one point this year were 9-8. Went an 8-game stretch where they only won twice. Some disciplinary, a little bit stricter dress code, take away a locker room, take away some privilege, and all of a sudden a 7-game winning streak. Raffan off the mark, 10 threes on the year for him. Well, looking across the way, I'm wondering who's home in the Northampton County Borough. There is a good crowd of orange and black trying to break a better than 50-year dry spell of winning any kind of league championship. 1973, Lehigh Valley League titleist. We've been to a couple of district finals since then, unable to take home the gold. That was under Coy Stampone. Possession will stay with Northampton. Now this pace, 6-6, minute 35 to go, first quarter. That's what Northampton, I mean, I don't think, want to get involved into something that gets up in the high 60s, which is where Pocono Mountain West resides.
They slow you down with the matchup zone, and they slow you down by handling the ball. There are 5 concrete kids on this floor who can dribble, pass, and shoot, are skilled on the perimeter, so that really allows them to spread the court.
Lakovitz hasn't gotten a shot off yet. He has really been being hounded by Jonathan Mateo. Brito clears the miss. Raffan staying with it and making life miserable for KJ Coles, but Kion restores order as we approach the 1-minute mark. Panthers won the last of their 7 Mountain Valley Conference titles in 2014. Ooh boy, that's not good. This is Simmock, and you could just see got tangled up and came down awkwardly, but he's bouncing up.
Brady Bear makes a great interior pass, throws the right pass, which is a bounce pass in the interior like that, to find his leading scorer, big man at 21.5 points a game, to the line, Adrian Brito for 2.
68% on the year. He has all the tools. And he is a young senior. Coach shared with us, he just turned 17 last November.
He will be a 17-year-old until Thanksgiving of his freshman year in college.
6'6" senior, first team All-League in each of the last 2 seasons. Gets his night started offensively with 1 out of 2 from the free throw line.
Northampton might control the basketball for the last 36 seconds here and take the last shot in a 1-point game.
Brady Simak has all 3 of their field goals. Mateo, Bear, and Coles with 2-point field goals for West. Burrito's free throw giving them a 7-6 advantage. 18 seconds and counting.
Could they run something for Wolokovich, their leading scorer? They run him off some Iverson cuts and gets him to the rim.
It got him to the rim. He wasn't able to convert with Brito right there again. Panthers with a desperation heave. We have played one in the East Penn Conference Boys Championship Final. Pocono Mountain West 7, Northampton 6. Low-scoring opening quarter, that fits the bill of these concrete kids and what they have been able to accomplish over the last couple of weeks. Matt Shaw, who's joined on the staff by Phil Hall, who's been there for 12 seasons. Travis Cheek is in his 3rd. Mason Humphrey, Scott Johnson. What a tremendous job. I mean, I don't know, Coach, that, you know, there's coaches of the year and all that stuff. I don't know that they have to win a title to earn Coach of the Year honors this year. I mean, if you would have said Pocono Mountain West was in this game at the beginning of the year, you'd got a lot of, well, no surprise. I don't know how many people would raise their hand outside the Northampton locker room and say K-Kids would be here.
This team has 1 score averaging in double figures, and that's Noah Wolokovich, who has not even attempted a shot in his first quarter, and it's a 1-point game. So think about the fact that Simak is stepping up, Rafun is handling the basketball.
And there is Rafun, our first 3-pointer of the game, 11th of the year for the 5'10" sophomore. 15 points, including a 3. He made 6 out of 10 from the free throw line in their semifinal round win over Liberty. They've got the offense in some trouble again. West able to gain control. No-look pass is swatted around. I mean, it's been a while since we've seen a defense create so much chaos the way this Northampton group has done. Cole's 3 off the mark. Simak, a tough rebound in traffic. Raisley is in the basketball game, but has it stripped away down the other end. And we've got an injured player. There was a frantic fight for the loose ball. There are 2 Pocono Mountain West players on the court.
Northampton will push the ball if they have an opportunity. Simak kicks it ahead. Can you tell this is a championship game? Guys all over the floor.
Well, it's one of the things that Rich Williams shared with us prior to the game. We asked him what his message might be. He said, don't take anything for granted. You better go out there. He said, you guys have been here. You've seen this. You know how hard you got to go out there and compete. Unfortunately, it looks like everybody is okay. And we are looking at Brady Bear. Talked about him earlier. Coach called him his best defender. 6'1" junior, and he's back at the scorer's table getting ready to report back in. So good news there. Bear already has 3 boards on the evening.
Had 8 rebounds on Tuesday night in the semifinal win.
Number 3, Teddy Styler, a 6'6" freshman, is checked in for West. That gives them even a little bit more size advantage. A 3-point field goal for Jonathan Mateo. Second field goal, he's got 5, averaging 10.1 a game. hit 3 threes Tuesday night against Whitehall in a 9-point effort.
Did not score a point in the second half or overtime, but the 9 3-points and came on the 3 threes in the first half to keep them close.
Also hit a 3 against Freedom, so he is now at least 1 3 in all 3 East Penn Conference playoff games.
And here the Panthers are in a 2-3 zone. Brito is not in the middle of the zone. He's playing on the side right there, contesting the shot.
And the 3-pointer for Retchick is on the money. 2 field goals in the quarter for the K-Kids, both of them threes. They grab a 12-10 advantage. 4 lead changes already here, approaching the 5-minute mark. We have been tied on 3 occasions. Brito stripped away by the K-Kids defense. Wolakovitz. That was a big boy 3 attempt there. 3 arcs, we've talked about it all week. High school, college, there's another NBA 3. It's easy to lose your focus out there. And a scramble for the loose ball, there's a foul on West. Personal foul on True Godwin. Yeah, he can't like what he's looking at when he looks up at that board and sees only 10 points close to the midpoint of quarter number 2. It's a team used to scoring 68 points a game.
What we haven't discussed much is how quickly the Concrete kids get back in defense. They don't allow teams a fast break on, because that's one way the Panthers could maybe get some points.
Sollers looking backdoor. Wolakovitz has an open look. And correct myself, that's Jake Raisley. Draining threes for the K-Kids here. Raisley, a freshman, 15th 3 of the year. And 1 and done down at the other end. Largest lead of the game for either team. Raisley have another. Rebound to Godwin. Mateo on the move. KJ Coles goes to the left hand and delivers.
That's the fast break opportunities, a transition game that the Panthers have to start pushing.
Coles, despite being a junior, playing in his 81st varsity game. 213 threes coming in. Already over 1,000 points. And an offensive foul here against Northampton. It is on Retchick.
Here it comes. Redjick's going dribble handoff. He just knocked over Adrian Brito right there. I mean, that is a thing of beauty. That's a big, big man to take down right there. I'm thinking that maybe that man has to be playing football or thinking about, because he just took down 6'6". I don't know how much Brito weighs, but he is a big, strong young man.
His touches have been limited against the defense. He takes advantage there. Nice step through. His first field goal of the game comes with 3:07 to go second quarter. 4th tie. It's actually 15-14 Northampton, excuse me. Under 3 to go. Sollers thought about it. Wolakovitz, he's looking for his first points, and he's got them.
Right on cue, Mike. You're talking about him. He knocks down that mid-range 15-foot jump shot.
17-14, Northampton. That shot blocked by Simmock. Simmock's second block of the night. They're going to have to call a jump ball. The 3 officials not able to make a definitive call here.
Simmock's listed at 6'3", but he plays much bigger than that with the long arms and the wingspan, blocking his second shot so far with 2:30 to go, quarter number 2.
So they have to go to the possession arrow, and it will keep it with Pocono Mountain West.
The Panthers had success in the first quarter by flashing Coles from the weak side into the paint against that matchup zone.
That is true. Godwin, he's got his first field goal to 3. Had 3 points in the semifinals, 5 against Freedom in the quarters, including a 3-point bucket. 17-17 tie. Jake Razorley now sets the offense. Mentioned his dad, Steve, playing for Whitehall in the mid-90s. He was a pitcher for Tim Nyman over at the Sales University, part of that great program over there. Had Coach Nyman in on my weekly show, retiring at the end of the year. Jake, a 5'10" freshman. Again, 5 underclassmen in their starting lineup, and they go to a 9th grader off the bench. Tough move by Rafun. Brito lost it out of bounds. They're not giving the big man a lot of operating room as Simak reports back in for Razorley.
Trying to throw that entry pass right there. He grabs it with one hand. He spins away from the defense, which is the proper thing to do. Feel the defense go opposite the way you feel the defender, but he lost the ball out of bounds.
Retchik's got a good look at a 3, and it is dead on the money. 4th 3 of the quarter for the K-Kids. Their lead at 22-17. Cole's forced off the mark. Good look inside. What a hard-earned bucket by the Panthers. Bucket and a foul for Brito.
Great ball movement. The ball went from one side of the court. Here you go. Inside, Bear. Inside, score. Excellent job. Inside, outside, inside. And the big man scores.
Personal foul on Brady Simak. It is his 2nd. Boy, that was a beautiful possession, wasn't it?
Great possession,
wow.
Great possession. And you want your biggest scorer getting the basketball here for a conventional 3-point play.
5 in the quarter, 6.5. Brito, by the way, playing in his 93rd career varsity game. Career 71% free throw shooter. 37 threes, none bigger than the one he hit in the semifinals with 30-some seconds, or 26 seconds. 26.4 to be exact.
And by the way, did we tell you that he's covering the point guard out here at 6'6"? Here he is putting pressure on the fun out at the top of the key.
It's out there on him at midcourt. Wolakovic, they're trying to go for the last shot here. Sollers, Wolakovic has it back. Rafun's going to get a good look, and it's there! K-Kids beat the Horn, Ethan Rafun! And the Cinderella story of this East Penn Conference tournament is going to lead by 5 at intermission. 2nd 3 of the quarter for Rafun. He's got 7 points all in this quarter as the kids hustling into the locker room, and our own Steve Degler hustling and getting third-year head coach Matt Schull. Steve, take it away.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. Coach, let's start with the offense, the execution, especially that last shot. How good are they playing right now?
We're making shots. We make shots, things are going to go pretty well, but it starts on defense. We're playing a great job on defense.
You were telling me before the game your matchup zone is never the same. Will it change here at halftime? Will you make some adjustments?
I like what we're doing, honestly. We're collapsing on Brito pretty well. We got to find KJ. We lost KJ a couple times. Mateo hit some shots there, but we got to live with that. That's what we're trying to do. We got to live with Mateo, Brady Bear. We got to live with them shooting.
And you told me quickly you like the underdog mentality. You still relishing that right now?
We're going to take it as long as we can have it right now. Yeah, absolutely. Just keep playing. We have nothing to lose. Keep shooting. Keep having fun.
Good first half. Congratulations on that. Good luck in the second.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Mike, back to you.
Steve, thank you very much. Northampton, the number 6 seed, with a 5-point lead over Pocono Mountain West. We have reached intermission.
It's halftime of the EPC Boys Basketball Championship. 6-seeded Northampton with a 25-20 lead over top-seeded Pocono Mountain West at the half. Dan Freemuth back with you on the Service Electric Network. where the Cinderella story of the tournament has a 5-point lead after the opening 16 minutes. A first quarter that only featured 13 combined points, but stanza number 2, 32 combined points between the K-Kids and the Panthers from Pocono Mountain West. Northampton able to outscore West 19-13 in period number 2, and turning a 7-6 deficit after 1 into a 25-20 lead at the half. This Northampton team came in having won 7 consecutive ball games, already had upset 3rd-seeded Central Catholic in the opening round, 2nd-seeded Liberty in the semifinals on Tuesday. The K-Kids got all 6 of their points from that guy, Brady Simak, in the first, and then it was the 3 parade party for the kids in stanza number 2. Jake Raisley, his 15th 3-ball of the season, made it 15-10 kids. Then Leo Renjic with his 2nd triple of the period, with the kids in front 5 at 22-17, and then Ethan Raffon came in with only 10 made threes for the season, but Raffoon with a pair of connections from beyond the arc in period number 2, beating the buzzer there at the close of the 2nd stanza to give Northampton a 25-20 lead at the break. Raffoon, after a big-time showing in the semifinals, he has picked up right where he left off, 8 points in the first half as Northampton leads it 25-20. Meanwhile, for Pocono Mountain West, some of their big guns have been kept in check so far. KJ Coles, only 4 points. Senior Adrian Brito, a team-high 6. Jonathan Mateo has been doing a little bit of everything for Rich Williams' group. You saw the beautiful dish to Brady Bear. That was the first bucket of the night for the Panthers. Then the steal and transition finish for Mateo. He would connect on this 3-pointer for Pocono Mountain West, one of 2 3-balls that the Panthers hit in period number 2. True Godwin had the other. All 7 made 3-pointers in this evening's ball game came in the second quarter. 5 for Northampton in stanza number 2 for a K-Kids team that averages just over a half dozen made 3-pointers on a per-game basis. You heard head coach Matt Shull talking to Steve Degler about this team making shots, but look, they're not going to change anything after the opening half that they had, and why not? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Northampton shot the lights out in period number 1, particularly from distance. Standard 2-point field goals, they were good, 5 for 8, but how about 5 for 11 from 3-point land? Meanwhile, Pocono Mountain West, a 47% shooting percentage in total is not bad at all. 2 for 8 from 3 versus 5 for 11 for the kids. That's really the difference in the game. And how about those that second to last row, only 2 turnovers for Northampton. Meanwhile, Pocono Mountain West guilty of 5 giveaways to this point. We mentioned Ethan Raffoon. He had 15 against Liberty in the semifinals on Tuesday. He's more than halfway there with 8 points already. Leo Renjic with 6, thanks to a couple of 3-pointers. We mentioned Brady Simak. All half dozen of his points came in quarter number 1. It's 25-20 Northampton at the half, the start of quarter number 3, when we return to PPL Center on the Service Electric Network.
25-20 as we welcome you back to the PPL Center. Steve, I think you're ready there. You got Coach Rich Williams.
I do, Mike. Thank you very much, Coach. They made 5 threes against you in the first half. What do you have to do differently defensively?
We just have to tighten up, I think. And obviously we got to move the ball a little bit better offensively. We're settling for like the first look or the first shot once it comes out from Adrian. Just got to move the ball and be patient. I think they're being patient and we're not offensively.
Do you want to see the pace pick up a little bit in the second half?
I would like to. I'd like to get it to Adrian in transition, yeah.
Okay, thanks for the time. Good luck in the second half.
Appreciate it.
Mike, back to you.
All right, Steve, thank you very much. Coach Williams, thank you very much. Doug Snyder, if I told you that Noah Wolakovich has 2 points at intermission, would you believe Northampton would have a 5-point lead?
And only taking 3 shots in that first 16 minutes of basketball. No, I would not believe you. But again, other guys are stepping up. As Dan said at halftime, we're fun with 8. He's got 8 points. Didn't miss a shot in that second quarter. Now remember, the big man has been covering him for much of the first half. So whether or not they make a switch on their man-to-man matchups, we'll see.
Steve asked Coach Williams if he'd like to see a faster pace. He said yes. How can he go about creating that?
Rebound the ball, push the ball out in transition, try to beat that matchup zone up the court. You could also go into some full court pressure, maybe try to turn them over.
Well, picking up right where they left off, Corbin Solers. He's got his first field goal. It's a 3. 24th of the year. He had 1 in the semifinals. He had 3 of them, including 13 points in their win down at Rockney Hall, a 61-50 victory in the quarterfinals. Brito has it knocked out of his hands. When he has gotten touches, Coach, the big man hasn't had a lot of room to work.
Simak kicks it out right there on that replay. Solers was his first shot attempt of the game, knocks down a 3. You got to play through the big man. The ball has to touch inside, and then he's got to make some moves off of that.
He drew a triple team and Stoll delivered.
He's a great passer, but he also knows that if 2 guys are on him, he probably has to take that shot most times at 6'6". Nobody on that floor is quite as big and strong as he is inside. Probably has to be a little selfish. Now you can see they switched Brito on to Solers. He plays more of a forward position and not a point guard. And put the 5'9" junior guard True Godwin on Rafun.
And the other thing that we have learned with this Northampton team, and again, it's the blueprint of those Whitehall teams that, you know, won back-to-back league and district titles. They really make you work defensively. And when they're making shots, and they are tonight, that one off the mark, it becomes very demoralizing. West with a rebound.
Again, credit Northampton with their defensive transition. They are getting back quickly.
Inside, that's exactly what they want. That's easy pickings for Adrian Brito. He's into double figures. He has reached that mark all 25 of their games now this year. 16 times he has scored 20 plus, a season high against Notre Dame Green Pond early in the year when he scored 32. And an unforced turnover, a miscue by Northampton, and a chance to trim a 4-point deficit for West.
Continue to play through the big man inside, get cutters and other people moving around. They like to go to Bear, and Bear's become the passer at the foul line.
Godwin's got an open look at a 3. Hit 1 in the first half. They're a 36% three-point shooting team, 160 makes on the season. Lakovitz, Jonathan Mateo has done a really good job on limiting his opportunities, and will force a miss there. Rebound dug out in the far corner by Bear.
There's
Brito the other way. Godwin forced to pick up the dribble, and a foul coming up on Northampton. K-Kid slow to get up is Wolakovitz.
baseline out of bounds for the Panthers. Will they try to get the ball touched into Brito at some point in time? He's on the baseline right now on the ball side. It looks like he wants to lob.
Well, that's the second foul now on Wolakovitz. I was just going to say that he had to sit a big portion of the second quarter last game out with 3 personal fouls. Picks up his first 2 here in succession. 4:44 to go, third quarter. Mateo raising up. Solers the rebound. He averages close to 5 a game. Passes on to 3, takes it hard to the window. And that may have been partially defected by Brito. Panthers on the prowl the other way. Coles. Long rebound, Rafun. 2-3 back defensively. 3-pointer is on the mark by Redchick. His third of the game. He's got 9 points and 31 triples on the year. Simak taking away the entry pass. I'll tell you, they list Simak at 6'3". He's one of those guys, plays like he's 6'6". All arms and legs. He's got good hops. Plays a lot bigger than that size might indicate. Oh boy, another three for Redchick. And that's going to bring a timeout. Charge this one to the Panthers. They are going bonkers in the Northampton student section.
Simak gets the ball inside, kind of losing his balance a little bit, kicks it out to his shooter. Redchick's got 4 threes and has not missed from the three-point line, all in the second and third quarter, to bulge this lead to 10 points for the Concrete Kings.
Steve Degler, let's pick up on our thought about the connection here. Phil Hall, one of the assistants for Northampton, coaches these kids up at Pocono Mountain West. Rich Williams, familiar with a number of the guys on Northampton's roster.
Yeah, it's really interesting, Mike, the connection between these two teams. Rich Williams runs Team Furman AAU for Christian Furman, one of his former players who was just an outstanding high school player. And Phil Hall is with him as well as the 17 under head coach. And guys like Wolakovitz and Redchick, they all play on the same team with Bear and Godwin, so there is a good bit of familiarity for both these programs and a really good relationship between both of these teams. In fact, Rich Williams said, I'd be rooting hard for Northampton if they were playing against anybody else but us tonight. So a lot of familiarity between these two schools, Mike.
Yeah, he shared that same thought with us. He said he's got a great deal of respect for what they're doing and how they're going about their business, and knew full well that he was going to be in for a fight, and he's got one on his hands as they are down now 10 with little over 3:30 to go here in the third quarter. Largest lead of the game for either team. Brito able to gather the entry pass, had to go to the reverse side, that'll count in a foul. He's got all 3 of their field goals in this quarter.
He stays with it. That's a great reverse right-handed hook layup attempt, but he stays with the best offensive rebounder on the floor is always the shooter. He knew where he missed it, went right after it. Again, a chance for his second conventional three-point play of the game.
517 points on the year coming in. Single season record, by the way, Jalen Vaughn's from that 2017 group. 642 he scored his senior year. Wolakovitz hasn't gotten dialed in as of yet.
Pocono West has to identify the hot hand. Right now, Redchick should not be allowed to catch and shoot off the three-point line. They should run him off that line, make him put it on the floor. But again, you got a couple guys hitting threes thus far. Redchick has hit some, Rafun's hit some, Solers has knocked down one. KJ Coles is out running the point. It would be good to see him try to get the ball inside, and they do just that.
Brito, it's going to take a second chance once again. 9 in the quarter, all 9 of their points by their first team all-league selection. Just shrugging guys away. He is a big, big young man.
He's averaging 21.5 points and 11.5 rebounds a game. So obviously, those are big numbers, but he's showing you what he's doing. He's getting the ball up to the rim, and if he misses, he's going after it and getting it again.
Rafun, foul prior to the shot attempt. True Godwin picking up the personal foul, his second. Rafun's going to catch a breather in favor of Corbin Solers. 2 1/4 to go in this third period.
Watch some screening action right now in this baseline out of bounds play. Could probably set 2 or 3 screens, screen-to-screener action.
Brito with the takeaway, has some help if he needs it. He does not. Count the bucket and a foul as Adrian Brito has put the Panthers on those broad shoulders.
Watch
here in the
this
third
big man.
quarter.
Here's the big man. He is leading and running the fast break right down the middle of the court. Not just scoring, he's going to the line. This would be his third traditional three-point play and one. Was he a first-team All-Leaguer, Mike? Is this young man a first-team All-Leaguer?
2 years in a row.
We know why.
That's 8 unanswered after falling behind by 10, all of them by Adrian Brito.
12 points in this quarter. The only one to score for the Panthers.
Simak, they're able to save the possession. Solers, nice closeout. There's Rechik, he is on fire. He's got 5 threes in this basketball game. He hit a season high 4 against Whitehall in a 14-point effort earlier this season. He has set a new standard for himself with 5 of them here, and we have got a long way to go. Well, this quite simply, Doug, is what championship basketball is all about. I mean, these two teams are playing at a really high level.
Pass the ball, and then you replace where the gentleman dribbled away from and gets a 3. He is 5 for 5 from the floor, from the three-point line. He missed a 2 in the first quarter, but that's it. You got to run Rechik off the three-point lines. Can he shoot the ball off the dribble? Because it's always a catch and shoot. You got to identify that man with the hot hand.
And he's just continuing his good play. I mean, 8 times in double figures, including 3 of their last 4 games. This guy here is showing you why. He is a prized recruit of East Stroudsburg University. We mentioned Jeff Wilson is here.
Jeff's assistant coach is Sean Thornton, longtime highly successful coach at Stroudsburg High School.
And this is about as perfect a quarter as you can play if you're Adrian Brito. He has scored all of their points. And a timeout with 1:35 to go here in the third. Well, let's take a look at the big man and see a body of his work. He got beat on that left-hand sweep, but he timed it up, excuse me, coach, on the third one.
Yeah, here he is. Bear becomes the assist man right there. Really, Brady Bear does a great job giving the ball up an interior passer right here. Look at those 2 players around him. He's still able to score through the double team. There's just to bully himself up to the rim right there, using that body, going over his opposite shoulder, defending himself, keeping the ball away from the defender.
Well, they have experienced some heartache in this building, and he knows all about it. The runner-up finish a couple of years ago against Allentown Central Catholic, eliminated in the semifinals on this court last year. They are not looking for the same result here tonight, and he is playing like a man on a mission.
Sometimes you say when a team shoots as well as Northampton, they can't keep it up for 32 minutes, but sometimes they can. Both teams really only go 6 deep. I mean, think about that. So not a whole lot of rest for any of these guys except during a timeout or end of quarter.
Kids in a little bit of a delay. Gonna get a reach-in foul. It is on Mateo.
Only the 2nd foul for the Panthers in this quarter, so not even close to the bonus, whereas Panthers will be shooting the bonus on any fouls committed by the Concrete Kids.
Wolakovitz. Brito with another rejection. He is turning in an all-state performance here tonight on all levels. 2nd block shot of the evening.
And he's coming from the weak side. He is not guarding the man who's shooting the ball. He is rotating over as he's been taught, and he's blocking the weak side shot from the other player from Mount Northampton.
Rechik now the defensive assignment to Godwin. To your point, you got to identify where 4 is at all times. Raisley lost the handle on it for a moment. Refund now. Well, might getting close to that one-shot margin. Half minute. Refund. Solers drawing the defense, relocates everything but the bucket. 3 to tie. And now Pocono Mountain West setting up like they might want the last opportunity of the quarter.
Here's the 2,000-point scores in a pick and roll action, and they throw it to the weak side for a 3-point shot.
It is Mateo on the money for 3, and that will bring to a close the third quarter. Northampton 37, Pocono Mountain West 37. Welcome back to Championship Thursday. You're watching the East Penn Conference boys title game on the Service Electric Network. Northampton 6, 19, and 12. 7, 13, and 17. 14 of those 17 third quarter points by All-State candidate Adrian Brito in that third quarter for the Panthers.
And for the Concrete Kids, all 12 of their points in the third were on threes. 3 of them from Leo Redjick, 1 of them from Corbin Solers. So will they be able to continue their hot shooting 3-point shot?
Chance to take the lead for West. They trailed by as many as 10. About 3:30 mark of that third quarter. It is Brito, and he delivers once again. Well, you called for it, Coach. You got to get a heavy dosage of that big guy, and they're getting it right now.
Ride your horse, Mike. Ride your horse. And he is a horse at 21 and a half a game.
39-37, Panthers.
Now he's guarding the freshman Raisley.
The fun forced to check off. He's now in some trouble, and Panthers going to force a turnover. They'll try it up tempo. Cole's a runner. Brito offensive foul, or offensive board, I should say, and a missed opportunity for the Panthers.
You can see the defense kind of becoming just a little more intense out of the Panthers. Little ball pressure, they're fighting through the screens. Northampton even looks a little tired. A couple guys with their hands on their knees right now.
Redchick, he is human. Brito now with 7 rebounds. Mateo, little stutter step, and he's going to draw a foul. And it is Noah Wolakovich's third. He's having a tough night. 1 field goal that came in the second quarter. Took a pretty good shot to the jaw on that play. Mateo to the line, a 67% free throw shooter.
I'm going to look at Adrian Brito and say, son, I'll carry you to the bus because I want you to be dead tired after this game is over. I'm not so sure I could carry. I couldn't put him on my shoulders.
Who's going to help you, Coach? Mateo coaxes home the second. In the tournament, Pocono Mountain West made 5 of 8 free throws against Freedom, and 10 of 15 against Whitehall. Simak, nice ball fake. Brito there to force him to kick to the perimeter. Refund breaks it down. Redchick, much needed hoop for the K-Kids. Redchick's first 2-point field goal of the evening.
Redchick cut to the front of the rim while the ball was being dribbled on the baseline. So he's not going to stand and wait for the ball. He's going to go get it, which is great offensive basketball.
Redchick playing the best basketball of the season as Brito gets an easy pair inside. Redchick with a season-high 17 eclipsing his best of 15 a couple of games ago against Central Catholic. Wolakovitz hasn't been able to get on track tonight. And the Panthers chance to add to a 4-point lead. So important against Northampton to have an advantage at this time. Look at this play by Raffun. Are you kidding me? Raisley going to get tangled up in a foul on Mateo. I mean, what a play by Raffun. Look at this hustle. Is he out of bounds there, maybe? I'm not sure. I don't know if the knee was on the line or not. Kids will take it.
Credit the grit, credit the intensity. I mean, going to the floor. It's a championship game. You're down 4. Go to the floor and get the basketball.
District 11 top seed on the line. Wolakovitz, Simak. Brito fighting for the rebound, is going to draw a foul. Leo Retchik committing the foul on the rebound. 5 minutes to go, quarter number 4.
Pocono Mountain doing a good job getting the ball to Brady Bear right in the middle of the court, and he becomes the passer. He gets the ball below foul line. Instead, I'd like to see Bear kind of get a shot or two because they're double teaming and leaving him alone. There's Cole in the flash.
Mateo makes himself available as a bailout. Well, we've seen Brito on this stage an awful lot of times, as this foul is going to be on Simak. Doug, I don't know that we've ever seen him work any harder. His back's to the wall here, trying to erase some poor memories in this arena, and he is playing like it.
Very much so, very much so.
Got him in there if they want him.
Every time you see your man's numbers on his chest, that means somebody's behind him and not fronting him, so he needs to touch the ball. There's that flash high.
K-Kid's nearly a steal.
They're so good at anticipation and deflections of basketballs. I mean, it's like 5 orange and black jerseys working together as one.
Mateo bangs it home from mid-range. 7.5, it does it in the game for him. 12th time this year he's reached double figures.
Mateo was open at the foul line because 2 guys are diving down on the big man Brito, so that little 15-foot mid-range jump shot is open.
Raffun throws it up towards the basket. Offensive board, another block for Brito. Numbers for the Panthers. Mateo, Brito on the board and fouled. Good teamwork, guys. Good teamwork to get him out of there.
End-to-end action. Here's number 13 coming right at you from the camera above the basket. Mateo misses that layup, but the big man is there for another rebound.
And they are going to call an intentional foul. And by the definition of the rule, Raisley doesn't like it. The Northampton bench doesn't like it. But I think, Doug, once he wraps his arms around the head area, I think as an official, that call has got to be made.
Almost like that's just going to happen right away. You have to make that call. Brito hasn't missed a free throw from the first quarter. He was 1 for 2 in the first, made 1 in the second, 4 for 4 in the third. This will be his second one of the fourth quarter.
And this sequence could propel them to a championship. Last one by the Panthers, 2014, the old Mountain Valley Conference. And now possession of the basketball and a chance to extend an 8-point lead with 3:28 to go. Mateo, long rebound, Rafun, he and Simak exchanging the basketball, and it'll be Rafun. First bucket of the half, he's got 10. Boy, was this much needed for Northampton.
Great two-man fast break, 2-on-1. Give and go and give it back. It's great basketball, finding the open man, sharing the basketball. Needed that one big time. That's unselfish play on the fast break.
I believe we've got Steve Degler, Steve, Adrian Brito playing like a first-team All-Stater tonight.
He certainly is, Mike, and his head coach Rich Williams said before the game that there's no doubt he should get that honor this year as a first-team All-Stater. So I asked him, I said, look, if you were coaching against Pocono Mountain West, how would you defend you? He said, I'd triple team Brito and pray everybody else misses. And we're seeing why this guy is such a dynamic player. He has put this team on his back here in the second half.
20 and a half, now 26 in the game. His season high came against Notre Dame Green Pond of 32. I believe he's got another rebound, so he's got a double-double with 10 boards as well. Well, and it's so key for teams against Northampton to have the lead at this point, and the Panthers certainly have that. 26 point, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks, and a steal for Brito.
They are in a delay game right now, a triangle delay. They usually have a guy at the foul line with 2 guys out front. There's the man at the foul line, and then 2 guys in either corner. Bear will not look to shoot the ball at all. He's taken 1 shot all game. He's a passer. He looks to get his big man. And here, Northampton is now in the bonus. So for 2.5 minutes of this game, the Panthers will be shooting a 2-shot bonus.
Godwin to the line. Season high 8 came against Notre Dame Green Pond earlier this year. Hit a 3 in the first half. He has worked hard in defending Ethan Rafun tonight. 5'9" junior. 3 points Tuesday night. Made 1 of 2 free throws. He's got a pair here in the 4th quarter. Extends the lead to 8. Wolakovitz.
How can Northampton come back? They've shooting a lot of threes all night. If they can make a couple threes, they're going to stay alive here. Only the 2nd team foul for Pocono Mountain West. A 2 will not hurt you as much as a 3 if you're a Pocono Mountain. So just run them off the 3-point line, make them put the ball on the floor.
Raisley. I'm going to guess he hasn't been guarded by 6'6" guys too often in his career.
And Brito almost got that steal as he reached in to poke it away.
Raisley taking it to the basket against the big guy and going to earn a trip to the free throw line. Good decision making for Northampton right now. They need production, you would think, on every possession. And it'll be Raisley to the free throw line. 7 points in the semifinals on 7 of 8 makes. And these are their first free throw attempts of the night. Young man who's a 60% free throw shooter now, thanks to that 7 for 8 performance.
I think he likes shooting here at the PPL Center.
Huge. Lead trimmed to 6.
Man-to-man defense, looks like, and they're back in their triangle delay. Coach Williams didn't like what he saw. Bangs a timeout with just over 2 minutes to go in this contest.
Last 4 meetings between these two. They don't meet every year. They didn't play during the regular season here. Met in the quarterfinals of the league tournament last year. West won 52-31. West won earlier in the year 71-40. March 2nd, 2022, West was the winner 59-55. And West pulled out a 1-point win back in January of 2020. Stay with us at the conclusion of tonight's game. We will have the presentation of the John Walson Jr. Memorial Trophy. Tournament being presented by the Service Electric Network. K-Kids 2-3 now overall since 2015 in this tournament. Both their wins coming this year. Hadn't got past the quarterfinals. 2018, 2022, and 2024. Mentioned losing to West last year. Their backs are to the wall here. They need stops. Steve, you listened into the Northampton huddle. What'd you learn?
Mike and Matt Scholl said, look, we got some time here yet. There's a lot of game left. If we get the ball on a steal, I want to go. I want to push it. If we get the ball and we have to play half court, take your time, get a good shot. We still have some clock left here, but the first thing is they got to somehow get the ball back.
Yep, got to get a stop. Panthers have gone to a delay, and they have executed it pretty well.
Northampton is in a 1-3-1 half-court trap, so they'll try to trap the ball on either side out by half court.
Brito, offensive foul.
You can see Sowers lining himself up right there. Brito's got to come to a jump stop. Don't leave your feet. Jump stop before the defender and make a play, but don't leave your feet. That led to the charge. Clock stopped, and now the 6-point lead can get trimmed a little bit more.
Sowers stepping in, getting a little breather. You need a breather after taking a charge from that guy. Redchick, floater on the mark. Adding to his career high. He's got 13 and a half, now 19 in the game. 49-45. Time a factor, 1:15 to go.
Diagonal passes. You pass from the corner out top or from the top into the opposite corner and hit the middle. Do not throw the ball into the trap area.
And they're going to come away with a steal. Wolakovich thought about a 3. It's going to be Raisley. Rims out in the rebound to Brito, excuse me. Everything but the bucket for Jake Raisley.
Great ball movement. They got a 3-point shot wide open in the left corner. They're finding each other, just didn't go down.
Well, Doug, you made such a good point earlier. I mean, they made 5 of 11 threes in the first half. Can they keep going in all game long? And two tough misses.
Sometimes you can. Sometimes you can't shoot that well for an entire 32-minute game.
He's had 9 for 9 from the line. Brito, a career 71% free throw shooter. I mean, that just coincides with what you need to be a big-time player. And of course, as soon as you talk about it, that kind of stuff happens. Wolakovich, and a timeout to Northampton. That is just the second field goal of the game for Wolakovich. Let's check in to our trivia question. We don't have a whole lot of time. Current setup dates back in the East Penn Conference of 2015. Can you name the champions over the last 10 years? And I do want to let everybody know I got scolded by the teacher. He said, that's too hard a question. Nobody's going to know the answer to that.
Not 10 answers, not 10 answers.
It really wasn't to get an answer from anybody, but just to let people know that this is the history that we're looking at with it. So I'll let you think about it for a minute. There you go. Parkland back-to-back. Congratulations to you in 2017. That's your Allen team. Becca went back-to-back. 2020, Allen, was your last championship in your illustrious career at Allen High School. That's part of why I put it up there, Coach.
I appreciate that. That's very nice to you.
Yeah.
You're thinking of me. You're thinking of me.
Parkland
Thank you.
Central and Parkland. Our trivia question tonight brought to you by Envirotech Pest Services of the Lehigh Valley, locally owned and operated, offering prompt and affordable pest control services with your comfort and safety as our top priority.
Did anybody out there in TV land get that question right? Here comes the full court pressure. It looks like a 1-2-2. They're going to trap the ball in the corner. Throw it to your big man. Throw it up high to the big man. They do not need to shoot the basketball. Get the ball into your best foul shooter's hands.
And foul on Northampton. Going to send Brady Bear to the line. Bear's a 66%er. Field goal back in the first quarter. He had 11 to open the tournament against Freedom. 2 in the overtime semifinal round win against Whitehall. 1 can make it a 2-possession game. Their free throw shooting in this game has been of championship caliber. They are 14 of 16. They're unable to knock down the second. Kids need points and in a hurry. That's going to come up short. Simak in a fight for the rebound. It'll stay with Northampton. 25.2 seconds.
Brito was contesting very diligently out to the corner to get a hand up on that Sawers shot, which caused it to probably be a little short. He didn't block it, but I think he adjusted and altered the shot.
Fun. Get a good look at a 3. Simak, offensive rebound. Wolakovich looking for 3. Ring him up. 1-point game. (51-50) with 13.8 to play. Simak kept the possession alive.
Sowers had a 3 from the left corner, missed it. Had a 3 from the right corner, missed it. But Simak got the offensive rebound and was smart enough to realize a 3 is going to do better than the 2, and he kicks it out for the 3-point shot. Wolakovich.
If you take us into the Northampton huddle, Coach, I mean, it's a 1-point game now. A foul immediately.
You just had Brady Bear step to the line and make 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. I don't want the ball to go to the big man Brito, because he's only missed 1 or 2 free throws all night. So, and he shot a whole bunch of them. So double team, take the guy who's guarding the ball, double team Brito. Do not allow him to get the ball, though it's tough because he can throw it up high. Make the man open, be Brady Bear, and maybe you foul him right away. See whether or not you can stop the clock and put him on the line with an opportunity to maybe miss 1 or 2 of those.
Bear to inbounds.
And Bear is taking it out of bounds, so he will not be catching the ball right away.
Again, using the big man and his ability, and they will commit the foul. So even if Brito is able to make both, it makes it a 3-point game, and it keeps Northampton alive. He's been outstanding. He's only missed his first one.
His last
and
one.
Made 9 in a row.
Yeah, he's missed his first one and his last one. 9 in between those 2 misses.
Third quarter, as big as we have ever seen on this championship stage. I mean, he put this program on his back.
Great.
Make no mistake about it, his back is big enough to do that. 1 on a 2. 2 will tie it, 3 will win it. Wolakovic are going to get a timeout. Kids have 7.8 seconds in a 52-50 ball game.
You do not want to foul if you're Pocono Mountain, so you got to play good, solid defense without a foul, or Northampton will go to the line shooting the 2-shot bonus. Don't want to leave anybody. You don't want to leave anybody open. You probably, if possible, you want to run them off the 3-point line. Do not allow a 3-point open shooter, because that's going to win a game. So maybe a 2 is not going to hurt you too badly. It would tie it but not win the game. So maybe try to play at the 3-point line and force at least some dribble penetration inside the 3-point line for at maximum a 2-point shot. We'll see what the Panthers do. But again, Northampton runs such good stuff on the half court versus man-to-man. Screening action, cutting action, backdoor cuts.
Our man Steve Degler was doing some eavesdropping. Go ahead, Steve.
All right, Mike, the plan is to get Wolakovic the ball. He is going to come off a screen at the top of the key. But Matt Scholl reminded, look, we only need 2. They're also going to run Regic into the corner right side to see if maybe he's an option if the defense sags. But it's going to start with 2. He is the one who is eventually going to get the ball. And Matt Scholl reminded them, look, we still have some time, a little less than 8 seconds, so you have some time to get the shot you want.
Simak to inbounds. Let's see how it plays out. Solers bounces out. Simak has the basketball. They've got time. Operating one-on-one. Inside they go, and Solers has tied it as time expires. Corbin Solers to tie it at 52.
Simak on a dribble penetration. And you can see Brito came over to help on the basketball, and Solers kind of slid behind him, behind the eyes of the defense. Beautiful pass, beautiful finish.
Second game in a row for Pocono Mountain West. They will have to go to overtime. We talked about some of the heartache, Doug, that this program has endured here at the PPL Center. This championship, they might be the 1 seed going against the 6, but it's not coming easy, that's for sure.
Maybe they just want to play more basketball. They love basketball so much, they want to play another 4 minutes.
Doug, the execution of that possession for Northampton really epitomizes what this program has been about over the last couple of weeks of the season.
Mike, I'll tell you, Pocono Mountain West played it perfectly. They took the pass away from Wolakovic. They knew he was the one getting the ball, but the poise Northampton showed to be able to go to something secondary coming off that inbounds play, because it wasn't the way it was drawn up for sure. This team has been very, very tough. They've played physical basketball, and as Matt Scholl told me before the game, he said, we were maybe a little afraid early on. We're no longer afraid. That's long gone from early in the season. We are a very confident team right now.
Steve, thank you very much. Steve Degler with a pulse on the sidelines. 4 minutes of overtime basketball in this, the East Penn Conference Championship game. Rich Williams thinking to himself, what do we have to do to win this title? Well, you got 4 minutes to try and figure something out. Rito, Simak, and West wins the tip. 4 minutes overtime basketball.
Northampton back in the matchup zone. They had to extend into a 1-3-1, play a little man-to-man. Ball goes inside.
Rito, second opportunity. May have gotten away with a walk there, kind of take a skip. Coles for 3. Rebound finally controlled by Northampton, in contact and a foul. Boy, this has been a physical contest. Wolakovic picking himself up off the court. Foul on Brady Bear, number 1. And Wolakovic, who has endured through a tough game. 5 points, 5 of his 7 points coming in the fourth quarter. Had those back-to-back games where he totaled 51 points. 25 against Central, scored 16 Tuesday night in their win against Liberty. Talked about West and their 2 first-team All-League performers. Wolokiewicz gaining 3rd-team honors. Gets 1 out of 2, and Northampton takes the early overtime lead. It's been over a half a century since a Northampton boys basketball program has won a league championship. Grady Simak has just picked up personal foul number 4.
Great offensive set in the half court gets the match right there. They ran somebody on the baseline, they screened, and they passed it back to the weak side again. Great misdirection play for Pocono Mountain, putting Mateo on the line.
67%er. 2 earlier makes here tonight. He has 12, a couple of points over his seasonal average, and unable to get either end, but Brito.
How about that offensive rebound?
I'll let you describe that one.
He just reached over the defender.
He's got 14 boards. We've got him out setting the screen.
He's not going to stay there. I'm sure he'll roll to the rim.
Coles. Rebound in Northampton. They already lead it by 1. 2.5 minutes to go. You would think we'd see them really work for a good look. How's that one? Redchick knocked to the deck. Matt Scholl looking for a foul. They did not get the call. That shot came a little quicker than I thought it might.
I thought they were going to take some time off the clock right there, up 1. Plus, they're in the bonus shooting in case they get fouled. They get 2 shots from the free throw line.
2 minutes. We're in overtime.
You don't want Brito catching the ball that deep on it. He's now getting himself inside.
Mateo fighting his way and gives Pocono Mountain West the lead. Mateo's had a great tournament, 9 points on Tuesday night.
Plus he defends. He's been covering Wolokiewicz the entire game.
He has, and he's been outstanding there.
Wolokiewicz has to work to even catch the ball because Mateo is in the passing lane with his inside arm up, forcing the ball to be caught well away from the rim.
Down to a minute. Rafun, change of direction, finds Simak, had it stripped away. Redchick this time passes on the 3, runner in the paint, and gonna get a foul, sending him to the free throw line with 44.7 to go. These 2 teams exhausted, but play on.
That's the floater right there. You can see him coming off the 1 foot into the lane. You don't want to penetrate even more than that because the big man coming up. But foul with the body by Brito. Shoot 2.
It has already been a record-setting night for him. .59 junior, averaging 7-3 a game. He's had 5 threes and now has 20 points. Make it 21, and Northampton has the lead. Seven ties, now 8 lead changes. Brito and Solers dueling down on the box. 18 seconds. 15 seconds and a timeout. Charge it to the Panthers of Pocono Mountain West. Well, I'm not sure what the cost of a ticket was to get in here tonight, but man, are they getting their money's worth.
Tuesday night, it was 53-50. We're looking at 55-54 right now. I mean, that's the little difference between these teams Tuesday night and again tonight.
Talked about it earlier. The winner will be the top seed in the upcoming District 11 tournament. A reminder for our viewers and subscribers in the Service Electric Network. I'll be joined by Doug and Tracy Sear. We'll have our reveal show for District 11 brackets and sites coming up at 12 noon on Sunday. If Northampton pulls the upset, they jump all the way up to number 1. They're currently 6. They go up to number 1. Westwood bounce to 2. Liberty 3. Whitehall 4. Pocono Mountain East 5. Parkland 6. The list goes on and on. Allen Pleasant Valley play preliminary round game on Tuesday night, and Freedom and Nazareth will also be in action. Steve, what do you have for us coming out of the Panthers huddle?
All right, 2 options here for Pocono Mountain West. They're going to send KJ Coles to the corner eventually, and then they're going to flash Brito into the paint. Godwin has the choice of where he wants to go.
Under 10 seconds. Brito drawing a double team. Cole baseline. Tough shot. Rebounded by Wolokovic. Foul on the Panthers. 2.6 remaining. Cole's never got a good angle on it. They just pinched him on that baseline, and Wolokovic, a 62% free throw shooter. Can extend the lead to 3 with a pair of makes. West calls a timeout. In 2014, the program's last championship. 7 MVC titles. Brad Pencil, they named the gym after him earlier. Talked to Coach Williams about that. He said it was a wonderful affair. Coach Pencil wasn't aware of it. Certainly deserving, Brad Pencil. I mean, this is a program, I think it's, 28 years now in their, 25 years in their existence, have never missed a District 11 tournament, have never had a less than 500 record.
Never missed a district tournament in the entire history. Think about that. Well-deserved for Coach Pencil, Hall of Fame member. One of the best around, now living in the Charlottesville area of Virginia. Think about it, Mike. There's 18 teams in the East Penn Conference. To get to this stage, the championship of 18 teams, big school teams, and to win it is quite a feather in whoever's going to win this game. But right now, with 2.6 seconds to go, Wolokovic could put his Concrete Kids up by 2.
Scored in double figures in 22 of their 24 games. That is off the mark, and the rebound immediately just takes a 1/10 of a second. And Noah's had a terrific year, 6'1" junior, but when you look at the numbers, they kind of don't equate. He's really good percentage-wise from beyond the 3 and the 2. The free throw shooting, you're going to get the sense when he comes back next year as a senior, that might be a little better number for him.
He will spend an awful lot of time in the offseason working on that shot. But again, the last 3 games has been 16, 25, and 26 points. So he's really been able to score. The ball has to be passed probably at least to midcourt and then attack from there with a pass. You don't want to dribble, so that's going to take too much time. You have to go 94 feet in just over 2 seconds.
Look at Matt Scholl, smile on his face over there. And he's going to look at the set and call a timeout. I don't think he liked that Brito was down here all by himself with number 24, Corbin Solers. Everybody else was like kind of up at mid-court. Coach, what was your philosophy here? Did you like to harass the guy inbounding? Some people use their 5. What was your theory?
Yeah, you put the biggest man on the court on the ball to try to make him throw the ball a little higher than normal or deflect the ball. Offensively, you're going to have to set some kind of screening action, and then you catch the ball off the screen and throw it one pass to get a shot.
Northampton cannot foul.
Cannot foul. They have to have their arms in the air, stay vertical, make every shot tough, defend it, contest it, but do not foul. I'm going to think that the first pass should get to about half court. Northampton's going to play in their own half court on defense and not going to pressure the basketball.
So adjustments by both coaches. You roll it up court here and try and save a couple of seconds. Now they're going to get it. It's intercepted. Leo Renchik has the basketball, and Northampton has shocked the East Penn Conference in overtime. 55-54. If the shoe fits, wear it. Cinderella continues the dance. For the first time in over a half a century, a Northampton boys basketball program is a league champion here tonight at the PPL Center. Going to keep it right here. We'll have our post-game show, our trophy presentation. Frank D'Angelo, most outstanding player, will be awarded. Matt Shaw in his 3rd year. The respect these two programs have for one another. What a showing by these two programs here tonight, Coach. I mean, this was a year that things were really, it was up. Northampton, look at what they did here. Went on the road, beat number 3 at Rockney Hall. Beat number 2 here at the PPL Center, set their sights on number 1. It was simple as 1, 2, 3.
Exactly right.
Or 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, they beat the top 3 seeds. And as we said, not in the cozy confines of their own school gym. They've been on the road the entire, and we did the Freedom game, which was their last regular season game as well.
Coach, I got a little work to do. We're going to throw it to Bob Hartman.
We'd like to present the boys' most valuable player of the EPC tournament. The tournament MVP will receive the Frank D'Angelo MVP Award presented by his wife, Jean D'Angelo. Frank lost his battle with cancer in 2023 and was part of the basketball community for 43 years. This award was voted on by media sitting courtside, and the award this year goes to Northampton's Leo Renchik. At this time, we would like to present Pocono Mountain West with their EPC silver medals in numerical order. Number 0, Nate Cruz. Number 1, KJ Coles. Number 2, True Godwin. Number 3, Teddy Styler. Number 4, Aiden Aponte. Number 11, Brady Bear. Number 13, Jonathan Mateo. Number 14, Arian Silva. Number 14, Jaden Walls. Number 20, Jabrian Roman. Number 22, Jaden Sanders. Number 23, Brody Willems. Number 24, Adrian Brito. And number 33, Aiden Smith. The head coach of the Panthers, Rich Williams, assisted by Ken Piankowski, Jerusalem Strickland, Entre Cole, Quindell Bryce, Tyrell Dixon, TJ Murphy, and Rashid Walters. Also being presented to the Panthers is the Monroe County Division title. The Panthers were a perfect 10-0 in capturing the title. Congratulations to the Panthers of Pocono Mountain West High School. And now your EPC champions, the Concrete Kids of Northampton, and the presentation of their gold medals. Number 1, Ronnie Jones. Number 2, Noah Wolokovitz. Number 3, Ethan Reffen. Number 4, Leo Regic. Number 10, Jake Raisley. Number 11, Brady Simak. Number 15, Logan Walter. Number 20, Andrew Eberts. Number 23, Marcus Ramos. Number 24, Corbin Solers. And number 32, James Everett. Head coach Matt Scholl, assisted by Phil Hall, Travis Cheeks, Mason Humphrey, and Scott Johnson. At this time, we'd like to present the trophy for your boys Eastern Pennsylvania Conference champions, the Northampton Concrete Kids. Congratulations to both teams. Good luck in the upcoming District 11 6A tournament.
Well, we welcome you back here. Steve Degler has some of the winners. Steve, it's all yours.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. Coach, it's been more than 50 years since Northampton has won a league basketball title. What does this mean tonight?
50 years is a long time. These guys, the way they came out and played, the resiliency. When we got down in the fourth quarter, they never quit, never gave up the whole game. Leo Regic, I think he's still hitting three-pointers out here. It just, all year it's been a different guy. We've had a different guy that stepped up. And the confidence that we played with, I still can't believe it. My heart's still racing. It's just, I'm so proud. 3-4 weeks ago, that's how short it was. 3-4 weeks ago, we were on these guys telling them we were going to dress up to games. I don't think they liked us very much. Things could have gone easily a different way if we had a different group of kids. But they showed up every single day and they kept working and kept working. Just so proud of them. And for the town of Northampton, it's been a while. You know, everybody says we're a wrestling school. And we are a heck of a wrestling team. Coach Pravini does a great job. But for tonight, we're a basketball school.
How much do these guys epitomize the nickname Concrete Kids?
We've said three things: effort, intensity, and physicality. Bring those three things every single day to practice and bring those to every game. We weren't bringing those in the middle of the season, but we found it. And it starts with Brady Simak, Noah Wolokovitz, their captains. Ronnie Jones, he doesn't see the court very much, and every kid wants to play. But to show up every single day, to be a leader, breaks every huddle for us. So to have these guys step up, resiliency, proud of them. Concrete Kids, champions.
You moved to #1 in the district. How can you ride this momentum now going into the next level?
We're going to take a deep breath. We're going to take tomorrow off, but we're playing great basketball right now. You want to play good basketball at the end of the season. Definitely get a different matchup than we were looking at. Whitehall was tough. That was going to be our matchup. So we'll see how it shakes out, but we're gonna enjoy this, take tomorrow off, enjoy the weekend, enjoy the trophy, and then we'll start looking at the next one. Obviously, we want to keep playing as long as we can. You win one district game, you get yourself 3 more games essentially. So I want to play more games. I'm not done.
I want to ask you one more because you have one guy averaging double figures, Noah Wolakowicz. They did a good job taking him out of the game.
Yeah.
So what does it say about the other guys to step up?
It's been a different guy all year. Noah gets all the points, and we trust him. We went to him at the end of the game there. But we have plenty of guys that could score. We play 6 guys. I trust every one of them to take an open shot. Sometimes we get on them about taking the wrong shot, but they got to have the confidence to shoot. And today, for the most part, they took the right shot.
Congratulations. Good luck in districts.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
We got Leo right here as well. Leo, come on in. First of all, congratulations on getting the league title. We said it's been a long time for the school. What does this mean for you and your teammates?
It means a lot, working every day just for this exact moment. People had doubt in us with a 6 seed. We came in here versing the 3 seed, the 2nd seed, and the 1st seed, and we came out on top. It shows a lot to our coaches, our players, and the work that we put in.
Career night for you offensively. How much were you feeling it, especially in the first half?
I was feeling it. Once I see the first couple shots go in, I knew that it was going to be a good night for me, and I just kept shooting.
How much can this build you guys some momentum now moving into district play?
It builds a lot, being the 1 seed. Just gives us a lot of momentum. I'm pretty sure we're on an 8-game winning streak now. So should keep playing and keep winning games.
When everybody talks about a team effort, when you guys look at yourselves, how much of a team are you?
I say we're definitely a team. We've been playing since we were little kids together, NAA, and it just builds a lot of chemistry and just makes us win games.
Congratulations on the MVP award, on the title, and good luck in districts.
Yep, thank you.
Mike, back to you.
Steve, thank you very much. We just heard from our Cressman Insurance Agency Player of the Game. Doug?
There's Redjick here, 21 points, 5 threes in this contest, and he's had 2 free throws in overtime, which kind of helped him get that 1-point lead. 1 point from Wolakowicz also from the foul line, so they're 3 for 4 in overtime from the foul line, which kind of got them to the win. But just a great job here. There he is taking it off. He's got that floater down pat, so if you run him off the 3-point line, he's going to be able to take it in and dribble in for that floater and get that 2 as well. He only had a couple 2s today to go along with those 5 threes.
Fittingly, he came up with that last steal. Player of the Game brought to you by D. Cressman Insurance. Family owned and operated since 1956. Auto, home, life, commercial insurance. You always win with Cressman. Look at the shooting. I mean, really kudos to both teams. Your heart has to go out to Pocono Mountain West. They feel that defeat of a game here, but I mean, what a performance by Adrian Brito for sure. I mean, look at those numbers. I mean, that's good enough to win a basketball game, but when you go overtime, it's one or the other, and you make 20 or 44 field goal shots, make 10 threes in a game. That's a winning combination for Northampton.
You would think that the free throws there for Pocono West, they got 15 free throws out of 21 attempts, but again, the threes on the opposite side for Northampton kind of propelled them to victory.
Redchick with a career-high 21, Rafun with the 10, Wolakowicz, Simak, Raisley, and Solers. Brito with an all-state performance, leading all scorers with 28. Mateo, great defense here tonight, 14. Godwin winds up with 5, and Coles and Bears chipping in on their scoring as well. If you missed it earlier, Emmaus Girls, the number 1 seed, was a winner over 6 seed Bethlehem Catholic, 59-37. So quickly, I mean, this turns the District 11 tournament all upside down. Everybody drops down. I mean, for example, one of your opening round matchups is going to be Liberty and Parkland. We'll talk a whole lot more about that. The District 11 tournament will get underway on Tuesday. Preliminary round action. We'll have Allen and Pleasant Valley and Freedom and Nazareth. We certainly hope you enjoyed it. The John Wilson Memorial Junior Trophy going to the Northampton Concrete Kids. They win in overtime, 55-54. For Steve Degler, Doug Snyder, and all of us here at the Service Electric Network, we certainly hope you enjoyed it as much as we have enjoyed bringing it to you. I'm Mike Zambelli. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We'll catch you again when the District 11 tournament gets underway.